Hello guys and welcome. I hope that you having a good day, good morning or good evening. During this video guys, I'm going to show you something crazy. During this video guys, finally I'm going to show you Battlefield Bad Company 2 running on whopping 16K resolution. And it's going to be just a gameplay on the first level called Operation of Aurora. And AK native plus DSR, so pretty much 16K resolution rendered in real time, 133 megapixels in real time guys, downscale to 8K resolution native, 15,360 pixels by 8640 pixels. Everything will be maxed out. Let me enable the stats for you at the left top. Everything will be maxed out, as you can see. Okay, I'm running DirectX 9. DirectX 9 versus DirectX 11. DirectX 11 was introduced later on in Battlefield Bad Company 2, and it brought a little bit of tessellation. So it's going to be a little bit heavier with DirectX 11, and we're going to overload our VRAM. So just because I recorded DirectX 9 with 4 Titan X Maxwell GPU architecture in whopping 15K, I call it 15K extra wide resolution, which is 14,400 by 5,000 something pixels. I recorded the same resolution under the laptop MSI GT83 VR with the two GTX 1080 GPUs in the laptop, and as well as Asus G701 with this single GTX 1080 GPU, Pascal GPU architecture. I also recorded with 2 Titan XPs in SLI, and now it's time guys just to show you extreme 16K resolution only possible with Turing GPU architecture video cards. And I'm also going to record you that 15K, so you're going to compare. But that 15K actually was 76 megapixels, and this is double count 133 megapixel. Let's go ahead guys and get going, shall we? So I'm going to go ahead and resume the game. Operation of Aurora guys, maxed out. DirectX 9 at the left top, the stats self-explanatory. I call it tougher. Today I'm running i9-9900K. 2 cores disabled in the BIOS. HT hyperthreading is disabled in the BIOS of Asus ROG Maximus 11 Hera Wi-Fi model motherboard. As you can see, temperature stands for T for our GPU, CPU. U stands for the utilization or usage of the component for our CPU. I also put all the 6 cores for you. For our GPU, for our VRAM, which is 7963 megabytes, total available 11,260 megabytes or 11 gigabytes. Then F stands for the frequency for our CPU, GPU, and the VRAM, which is 16,000 whopping megahertz or 16 gigahertz on our GDR6. Comes with 14,000 megahertz or 14 gigahertz, and overclocked by 2 gigahertz extra without any hardware modification, which is 2,000 megahertz extra. I'm using today the cheapest EVGA RTX 2080 Ti XC Ultra video cards, which is very nice by the way for the cheapest from EVGA video cards. Has a lot of copper, and VRAM is so highly overclockable on this video card, up to 2000 megahertz whopping overclock without any stuttering or artifacting guys. At stock GPU running 1950 megahertz maximum frequency, but just because we're going to thermal throttle, as you can see, on GPU 187 Celsius, because pretty much I'm running Z390 chipset that doesn't have any space between the video cards to breathe, so the first video card is breathing hot air. Look at our GPU utilization, second value after the temperature under the 2080 Ti F1 video card and 2080 Ti F2 video card, 99% for our GPU utilization. This is fantastic GPU utilization, SLI scalability guys, for 2 GPUs. It's just fantastic, there is no words about it. And this is how it's going to stay throughout the whole gameplay. This is a little sneak preview for you. Our CPU utilization we want to keep as low as possible, so you can see below 50% almost all the time. It's running 5300 whopping megahertz or 5.3 whopping gigahertz, so 53 multiplier. Maximum external frequency 5300 megahertz, but sometimes it's switching to the AVX instruction. This is the Core i 9th generation deal, and the AVX instruction running 50 multiplier or 5000 megahertz frequency or 5 gigahertz frequency. So it's sometimes in some games it's switching back and forward to maximum possible frequency and to the AVX instruction frequency. I'm not sure why, but it does in the Core i 9th generation CPUs, especially 9900K CPU, guys. Not GPUs, but CPUs. Sorry if I said GPU. Look at the beautiful visuals, guys. Render 16K resolution, 133 megapixels. As again, my voice can be squeaky a little bit because I recorded a lot of videos for you guys, and as again, a lot of money, time, energy was invested. Go ahead and smash that like button as a support for more unique non-copycats videos, guys, for you to watch in the future. Subscribe, positive comments, share it with your friends, and we're about to get our first gameplay. We're going to use this video, by the way, as the benchmark because pretty much it's running in rendering in real time as well and could be used for the future test as a benchmark, guys. FR fan rotation only on dual fan video cards, which is EVGA as again RTX 2080 Ti dual fan design video cards. 100% fan rotation. Two of them sounds like single Titan X Maxwell GPU architecture single fan video card. It's kind of noisy, but not so much noisy. With the headphones you're not gonna hear it, but if you have a small room it's going to be uncomfortable to stay in that room. So keep that in mind, guys. It's all about the honest experience sharing today and about the tips. As again, English is not my first language, but I'm a PC enthusiast, PC overclocker since 1998, so I have a lot of experience with you guys to share. Some people that watching this video probably wasn't born in 1998 yet. Alright guys, 60 FPS. As again, let me real quick and show you the resolution for those non-sayers. In the end of this video, guys, I'm going to show you the whole PC stats and specs. We're going to talk a little bit about it, as well as I'm going to include the crazy videos for you to watch, running 15K extra wide resolution on a laptop, as again with two GTX 1080 GPUs Pascal, which is laptop was MSI GT83 VR, excellent laptop, as well as on the Asus G701 single GTX 1080 Pascal GPU architecture GPU in a laptop, as well as on a 4 Titan X Maxwell GPU architecture video cards in SLI. But it was 15K extra wide, which is not real 15K resolution, and it was only 76 megapixels when during this gameplay I'm running 133 whopping megapixels rendered in real time. So there is a big difference. Look at those details, guys. Even the low textures looking highly detailed, so much details, and this is how you want to do it. The texture 256 or 512 by 512 pixels doesn't look, it feels like it's full 1024 by 1024 texture. It looks so much detailed. I'm pretty sure it's 256 by 256 pixels, but when you're running high resolution everything is highly detailed. It's just unbelievable, guys. Some people will tell you just oversizing your textures, but those people have no idea what they're talking about. You're going to have the texture extra sharp, you're going to have so much detail in that texture, guys, and you're going to feel like texture feels like it has is actually higher resolution than it is. For those people who downscale from 8K to 4K, they know the difference. For non-sayers, I'm not even going to answer anymore, guys. Again, the purpose of this video is not the gameplay, but I'm going to show you the whole video. The purpose of this video to show you the performance so we can compare GPU architecture in the future or with the past GPU architectures, and so we can see where the GPU architecture is going, where is PC gaming is going. But little sneak preview, guys, as a hardware enthusiast, PC overclocker, I think that PC gaming will be dead back in 2023, and I'm going to create a video when I'm going to explain to you in the facts why I think so. I know a lot of copycats that watching this video right now will copy me, but it's all good, guys. You want to see the unique video, you want to see from the real source, and just go ahead and subscribe to iPlay4K.com YouTube channel that you're watching today, or iPlay8K.com or iPlay16K.com. So you're watching your uncle iPlay16K on the YouTube today, and a lot of goodies is coming in the future as well. 60 FPS comfortable, guys. Today I'm recording with the ShadowPlay. Without the ShadowPlay recording, you can add 3 FPS to the FPS counter. Look those details, everything looking so sharp and detailed. Look at that. You can immediately tell when you're playing 4K resolution on a native 4K resolution screen, or when you downscaling from 8K resolution to 4K resolution native. There's a big difference, and guys, right now you can see that difference when you're playing on native 8K resolution TV and downscaling from 16K resolution. There is I cannot explain it to you, but it's just amazing, especially if you're running it on a 75 or 85 or 90 inch TV. It just on another level. There is like nothing to talk about it over here, really. Look at those details. Alright, this scene will have a lot of particles, dynamic particles, for a few seconds, and it's going to overload our GPU pipeline, and it's going to kinda slow us down a little bit. But mostly we're running, as you can see, constantly 99% per GPU usage 1 and GPU usage 2 on the second video card and first video card. Fantastic SLI scalability. So those people who are saying that SLI is dead, I think their brain is dead, and it's not dead. And you can see the old games you can enjoy at 16K resolution, and you can enjoy, guys. It's just unbelievable. It just, wow. Look at that. Our FPS went down to 15 FPS for a few seconds, and there's again a lot of debris, a lot of dynamic particles, as you can see, and the regular particles, and was created. So pretty much a lot of sprites as the debris. I think they're using sprites, they're not using the 3D geometry during the sprites yet in this game. They kinda using some fog kinda affected, as well as post-processing. So a lot of stuff going on over here. It's almost looking like a Crysis running with the maximum details. This is, look at this. By the way, Crysis with the maximum details at 12K resolution at least, as well as hoping at 16K resolution on RTX 2080 Ti and SLI is coming out. Keep in mind that I also was the first YouTuber that uploaded Crysis 1 in 16K resolution on a single RTX 2080 Ti, as well as on a 2 RTX 2080 Ti's, guys, in SLI in 2019. But I was the first YouTuber that uploaded ever 16K resolution gameplay back in 2016 in April, May, with my 4 Titan X Maxwell GPU architecture video cards, guys. Look at that visuals. The objects, the 3D object that textured from the distance, looking so much detail, guys, so much sharp, so much details to it. It's just unbelievable because you can see every single pixel. It's not just a transition between pixels and kind of smoothing out, it's just real pixels of that texture. That milliseconds after the FPS counter, as you can see right there, we want to have as small as possible. This is the latency delay between the hardware, such as GPU, and the VRAM, as well as managed under the software, such as DirectX 9 API in our case, under the Windows 10 Professional. Again, I'm using DirectX 9 just to show you the comparison. I'm also going to record DirectX 11, but DirectX 11 could overload our VRAM because it's using a little bit of tessellation. It was introduced later, I believe after like couple months after the Battlefield Bad Company 2 was released, and for the first ATI Radeon video cards during that time, that was using DirectX 11 native support. Look at that, 60 FPS constantly. Without the ShadowPlay recording, we're going to be 3 FPS higher, that you can see at the left top. Our GPU utilization below 50%, and excellent GPU usage. excellent SLI scalability. Not excellent, I would say it's just fantastic, amazing. You want to keep a CPU utilization as low as possible. When it's reaching 98%, that means that it's kind of bottlenecking. But before the CPU is never bottlenecking, and even Monkey knows the higher CPU frequency we want to keep in the game as high as possible will give us the higher FPS. Plus the CPU architecture will give us also a little bit of that FPS, but not that many as higher frequency. The GPU architecture usually give us about 3. The next CPU architecture versus the previous CPU architecture give us about 3-7% boost in terms of FPS in the games or performance. But frequencies, 300 MHz frequencies give us almost 10, sometimes even 10%. Keep that in mind extra. That's why I disabled 2 cores, and instead of 5 GHz I'm running stable 5.3 GHz. Is again a lot of particles, debris, those sprites. I think they're still using sprites, but it's slowing down our GPU rendering pipeline, as you can see a little bit. And the VRAM is good to go, guys. The VRAM below 9,000 megabytes, which is below 9 gigabytes. But everything that you see is destructible over here. The multiplayer and single player is using a little bit different versions of the engines, so I'm going to show you as well as multiplayer for sure, guys. And as again, I'm going to show you that 15K wide 76 megapixel that I was running on 4 Titan X Maxwell GPU architecture, and on the 2 GTX 1080 in the MSI GT83 VR, on a single GTX 1080 Pascal GPU architecture in a laptop, which is the full GPU GTX 1080 in the Asus G701 laptop, as well as on the 2 Titan XPs in SLI. But just for the comparison, and I'm going to show you as well DirectX 11 API. But Maxwell GPU architecture, those 4 video cards, was very powerful video cards, guys, especially 4 video cards combination, but it wasn't possible to run 16K resolution. It simply was crashing. And I don't think it was VRAM overload, because Battlefield Bad Company 2 as well as Battlefield 4 kinda using almost the same footprint in terms of VRAM load with the same scenarios, but mostly during GPU architecture almost 2 times compressing more of your data before it's storing into VRAM. So it's storing 2 times less data in the VRAM frame buffer than it was versus the Maxwell GPU architecture, Titan X Maxwell GPU architecture video card, guys. And I believe it's 1.3 times higher compression than Titan XP's Pascal GPU architectures or Pascal GPU architectures, guys. As again, a lot of debris, as you can see. This is sprites for sure, but it's kind of slowed down us a little bit as well. Almost, guys, over. I just want to show you the whole level. So you saw that. Let's see, and turn down maybe the shadows, and I cannot use anti-aliasing under DirectX 9. It's only possible with DirectX 11. And just shadow, because otherwise what's the point to run 16K if we're going to lower our immediately 80 FPS, guys. Yeah, it played a big role, guys, as you can see at this resolution. Even single settings down, playing a big role. Not a joke. Yeah, 133 megapixels, guys, rendered in real time, guys, while recording in real time as well. ShadowPlay, guys, is such an unbelievable technology. There is no other software out there is capable to pretty much duplicate what ShadowPlay is capable, because I believe NVIDIA using its virtual device, a virtual screen kinda, that is duplicating, mirroring the whatever you see under the GPU, and it's only possible With they probably using also the special chip for it on the hardware, or maybe part of the GPU that they not kind of sharing with us. But AMD will never duplicate this performance. AMD is kind of 10-12% usage taxing during the recording with their technology, while ShadowPlay almost in any games takes about 2-3 FPS. And as again in this game it takes 3 FPS, so go ahead and add 3 FPS to the FPS counter to get the FPS without the recording. But this is amazing. As again guys, my voice is a little bit squeaky. I recorded a lot of videos for you guys, and please go ahead and respect that. And I see some more unique content. As again, there is no copycats allowed over here. I don't put those system spec information on the laptop as copycats putting. Bunch of nonsense. As you can see, everything makes sense over here, so we can use our videos and compare in the future, and a lot of technical data. No matter what angle you're going to look at my videos, there is a lot of information for anybody just by watching iPlay4K.com videos. As again guys, I'm the first YouTuber with the 16K resolution gameplay on YouTube, and I'm the first YouTuber for sure 16K resolution Counter-Strike Go. And as again, all those videos that I'm going to upload in 2019 with the Turing GPU architecture, most of those videos, if you're not gonna find them on my 4 Titan X Maxwell GPU architecture, or on my 2 Titans XPs, or 2 GTX 1080 Ti's and SLI, it means that it wasn't possible with the Maxwell GPU architecture or Pascal GPU architecture that was previous GPU architecture before the Turing that I'm recording today, before the Turing GPU architecture. NVIDIA is just such a god. I'm a big fan of NVIDIA CEO, and I'm a big fan of their engineering. It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable performance, guys. You're watching the future. Right now you're watching 2023 in 2018. If you're watching this video in 2023 and you still cannot play the games at 16K resolution, go ahead and thumbs up, guys. Alright guys, we're about to wrapping up. As again, I'm going to record you also the video of from Battlefield Bad Company 2 single player without the comments. So if you hate my comments, go ahead and watch that. And as well as multiplayer, and as well as 15K ultra wide with the 76 megapixels. But as again, today we're running double of the pixels that I'm going to include of this video for you to watch. Those double of the megapixels that 4 Titan X Maxwell GPU architecture was rendering in 2016. I was the first guys that show you above 14,000 megapixels wide in 2016 with my 4 Titan X Maxwell GPU architecture in the Battlefield Bad Company 2. Well, right now we're running double of it because we're running a little bit higher on height as well. So double megapixels counts, guys. I'm just curious. So RTX 2080 couldn't run this. As you can see, footprint is above 8,000 megabytes. So we will overload of the VRAM of our RTX 2080 in SLI. But RTX 2080 Ti, guys, had no stuttering experience, was excellent during this gameplay. I'm pretty sure it's going to be excellent experience during the multiplayer as well.
Russia has expressed concern about the system, claiming that such a weapon could be used for offensive reasons.
I probably will go ahead and show you this level right here, guys. Look how beautiful it is. It just looks by itself like a benchmark. Look at those details. They're pushing so many details, guys. So much geometry based in during that time. This is just unbelievable. And this was, I believe, 2009. The year was 2009. That was one of the first games that introduced to us DirectX 11 API for NVIDIA and for the ATI video cards. It was before AMD purchased the ATIs, I believe.
I can't believe you're leading us through another minefield, Haggard. Stupid people. Hey, the woman down there, Mom. How much time?
But it was after the time when the after the time when NVIDIA purchased the Apex, which was the physics technology that they used a lot, and especially in the next games after the Battlefield Bad Company 2, because Battlefield Bad Company 2 was the first game before the Battlefield 3 that introduced you as dynamic destruction of the whole level, almost like buildings and such like that, especially in the multiplayer. It was amazing. This was the first game, so this game was a big deal, guys. So don't forget to smash that like button. Hopefully you watch that, and I remind you a lot. But as again, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up at this point. As again, this video on that level that you just saw a couple seconds ago, I forgot, let me show you again, for copycats, is coming out, guys. This is for the copycats, and it's going to be without the, that level is amazing, especially that dynamic particles of the snow at some point. It's coming out without the comments, and let me real quick go ahead and show you the system, and I'm going to put those cool videos for you to watch. Alright, so 1000 plus 1000 additional only VRAM overclock, video card synchronized, dual fan design, 100% fan rotation, the cheapest EVGA RTX 2080 Ti, as you can see. CPU usage, as you can see, this is such a low CPU usage. GPU temperature, of course video card 1 didn't have no room to breathe because there is no space on the Z390 Asus Maximus 11 here motherboard. GPU 2 temperature. So this is, guys, why you want to have the first video card and hybrid water cooling. Invest another 50-70 bucks if you're planning to run SLI. Remember that first video card, if you cannot afford 2 video cards and hybrid water cooling setup, first video card, hybrid water cooling setup, guys. Gigabyte Aorus Extreme Water Force is amazing video card, or get it from MSI or Asus or EVGA. You're going to be good to go. Alright, GPU usage, look at that, perfect GPU usage was 99%. Alright, guys, as again 5300 whopping megahertz, 5300 whopping megahertz, and 53 multiplier, it's maximum external frequency, and 50 multiplier for AVX instruction, which is 5000 megahertz or 5 gigahertz for the AVX instructions. Sometimes it was switching, and this is the deal of the i9 generation CPUs, guys, under the Z390 motherboards, Z390 chipset. I'm not sure why it's doing that, but there is no way to lock maximum external frequency constant. So, and it's not the temperature, it's just the way it is. Okay, it was running constantly, 6 cores, 6 threads, 2 cores, hyper-threading technology disabled in the BIOS for the maximum possible stability, 5.3 gigahertz, and the temperature never reaching thermal throttling under the maximum load, under the Intel Extreme Utility benchmark, which is stressing that CPU the best it could. The cheapest possible DDR4, as again my DDR4 video comparison is coming out, guys. I'm going to compare my 4500 megahertz versus 2133 megahertz versus the even faster than 4500 megahertz. Stick around, it's going to be a nice video, but this is what I'm advising you guys. Invest DDR4 the cheapest as possible, Corsair 2133 megahertz CL13, you're going to be good to go. Get yourself, if you're running Z390 chipset, do not get yourself 16 gigabyte DIMMs, guys, because you're going to have that USB error under the newer Windows update. I believe they kind of sharing the same RQ or something is going on. It's not my USB port, it just something with the update, and 16 gigabyte per DIMM memory stick. When I'm installing 8 gigabyte per DIMM, there is no error under this Windows update, the latest update in April 2019. But I sold that because I'm planning to buy ultra fast DDR4 for the video comparison just for you guys. The cheapest EVGA RTX 2080 Ti with the excellent Samsung GDDR6 memory, which is overclockable from 1400 megahertz to, as you can see, 8000 megahertz times 2, 16,000 megahertz. Amazing, amazing, just amazing. The best single threaded performance on the single core, as you can see, under this i9 or i9 generation Intel CPUs. Intel in 2020 will never produce stock CPU that can outperform this single thread, single core performance. That means that this CPU 9th generation Intel will show you the best performance in under gaming and as you saw, my CPU usage was very low. Even in 2022, 6 core will more than enough. So if you're looking to buy a CPU, i5 8600K for 150 bucks, 160 bucks, good as new or even new, best price, go ahead and get it. Or i5 9600K and clock it above 5 gigahertz. i5 8600K goes up to 5 gigahertz stable. i5 9600K goes above 5 gigahertz stable, guys, and it's up to you. But these two CPUs, i5 8600K was first 6 core 6 thread CPU, will be good to go up to 2022 for sure for games. Not only games, guys, I'm a 3D modeler, 3D artist, actually, graphic designs, a software developer, as you can see, gamer, as well as YouTuber, and it's more than enough for me for everything. And I advise you as well, i5 instead of i9 9900K, and you will be Gucci. Alright guys, right now I'm putting those cool videos for you to watch. Don't forget to hit that like button, smash that like button. A lot of time, money, energy was invested. I'm losing my voice, but I shared with you today a lot of valuable experience without the copycats, unique content. Go ahead and watch those videos. It's going to be a special for Titan X Maxwells, especially those GTX 1080 video cards and MSI GT83 VR. 15K resolution. Those videos will be nice, as well as I'm going to record individual that 15K ultra wide on this setup as well, including right here for you in that corner. Go ahead and watch it, guys, and I will see you till the next time. iPlay4k.com. Till the next time, peace.